state, this is my team. You know what that means. This is for the black and blue that I bleed. This is for the chance to bring home that ring. But everybody gonna doubt this. So far there ain't been another way around it. We bring heat to the game each week. They just say we ain't got what it takes, we ain't bout it. Well, y'all can just keep saying that we ain't gonna make it, but at the end of the day, this will be the Panthers nation. You know, this ain't a game to us major players at every angle that you can think of. That's why you hate us. Get out the way of greatness. You can look at our faces and see the blood, sweat, and tears that it took to create this. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but you can save it. Cause even on the darkest of days, you know we're always gonna find a way to tell them what we gonna do. We gotta
All right, folks, how we doing tonight? Hey. Alright, so it is a very, very cold Friday night, and we got a Saturday game against the Detroit Lions. This is going to be a very interesting one, folks. Strap yourselves in. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that bell, select all of it. Leave a comment down below if you feel like doing so on YouTube. And don't forget to check out the Facebook page, group page, Keep Pounding in all caps for in-game posts, polls, opinions, and reactions to NFL news. As well as scheduling for the channel, our Discord link, and our Yahoo Sports Keep Pounding Fantasy Football League. Let's get into this content today. I want to start out by saying congratulations to everybody that made the Pro Bowl, which was only one player, unfortunately, and that was Brian Burns. The rest of them got snubbed from first team honors. That list includes, but is not limited to, Johnny Hecker, who by himself should have been a first string Pro Bowler as a punter. I mean, the man's got a ring. Come on. Come on. He got snubbed? Seriously? Oh. And let's not forget J.C. Horn, who just put up the best numbers of all corners so far. And this man gets snubbed from first team honors. He gets third team honors. God almighty. Y'all gotta work on this stuff, man. How in the world did this man get third string honors for the Pro Bowl? Y'all gotta start voting, man. This whole thing is a popularity contest, but still, y'all gotta start voting. I'm tired of looking at my Panthers players in the third string or not even making it. This is ridiculous, man. That's what I'm frustrated about today. But hey, getting off topic for a minute. One of the legendary Steelers players passed away this week. And it's a doggone shame, man. It really is. The guy was a great human being. And, I just wish the best for his family and his friends and all the fan base that took care that took the time, out to send out condolences, man, to him. What a great man. And I feel for the Steelers family right now. I do. You know. Um, Franco Harris. I mean, it's wow. I mean, that's just really sad news, man. He was just such a great player as well as a human being, and the world's gonna miss him, man. For real. That being said, if the Steelers were ever to retire a certain set of jerseys, I definitely know that his number would be in there. Absolutely. I'd throw Big Ben in there. I'd throw Troy Polamalu's number in there. You know, no question, those two deserve it too for what they've contributed to the Steelers. But for all the Steelers Nation, man, and everybody that knew him, you know, rest in power, my man. But let's get back to some business, man. Um, let's get back to the subject at hand, which is the Detroit Lions. And I'm gonna read chat here. If we learn how to get DJ the ball the right way, he'll be a Pro Bowler too. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I can't even deny that, Lock Poppy. You're right. If we win tomorrow, I got some victory juice to celebrate. So hopefully we win it. Yeah, man, me too. I got something in the fridge right now. I do, bro. Something just tells me it's gonna be a week before we could drag that stuff out, though. You know what I mean? Something just tells me this Lions game ain't gonna go the way we think it will. And you could take a look at that Lions offense and you could tell we are not ready for that offense. We could probably chop those numbers in half, but eventually it will overtake us. And I don't know that we have enough firepower to win a firefight in the fourth quarter with these guys. I don't know that we do. That's been my concern for the last few weeks. I've said that vocally, publicly, and through private messaging with people and video chats with people. So, um, like I said, they're gonna expose our weaknesses. They're gonna use them against us. Everybody knows that Keith Taylor and you know, um, our corner spot is wide open. Shaq coverage issues are still there. You know, it's not a secret, guys. We've been saying this for weeks. So, for anybody that thinks this is a new issue, it's not. It really isn't. And for anybody that's like hyping up Keith Taylor right now, no, man. No, just don't. Just don't. We know the man has coverage issues. Come on. The Steelers even figured it out last week. The Steelers figured it out. And they're not even breaking 20 points, guys. If they could figure it out, the Lions sure can. With their prolific offense looking the way it is right now, where they're averaging 28 points a game. Yeah, I heard CJ was practicing again. Is that correct? Because if CJ is practicing again, we may have a shot. I said a shot. I didn't say we could do it. I said we might have a shot. It's a long ball shot, man. Even with CJ in and playing the way he does, I don't know, man. We might be able to shut this Lions offense down to 20 to 25 points. But that would be as far as I would gamble that we could push it. So, you know, this week is really a moment of real gut check for this team. Everybody said the Steelers game was. No. This game is the one that's the real gut check. Because this is going to tell us who we really are against the Lions. This is a real playoff team right here. The Steelers were just a stepping stone. And I told you that we had a real shot at beating the Steelers, and we should have. But our Lions did not come to play. They used Keith against us. You know, they used Shaq against us last week. You know, and as a result, Sam Darnold couldn't get it done. You know, our run game could not get it done versus a very strong Pittsburgh run defense. And, you know, mistakes as well that we could clean up last week. So, I mean, realistically, that game could have gone better in a few different areas. With that being said, yes, we were practicing all week this week to fix all those problems. And it's great to see CJ was a full participant this week as well. Very happy to see that. That's one major hole on this team fixed. No, I didn't say completely fixed, because CJ has had a few coverage issues himself, but yeah, it's much better than it was. Much better than it was with Keith. So, with CJ coming back, that is going to force them to still push CJ, you know, as far as passing wise tomorrow. But you'll see a lot of run game because of how cold it is and how this weather affects us, both teams. Now, we've been practicing outdoors the last few practices this week, and I think that is going to make a small impact in the game. Detroit is a dome team. Keep that in mind, folks. They're not used to this weather during the wintertime. You know, they're not used to realistically, that wind is going to mess with the kickers as well. So it's going to be a very, very interesting game. And David Screw says, Goff has only thrown for 2 touchdowns during road games. This could be a factor. Detroit plays in the dome. Plus, Goff's average quarterback rating is 86% compared to 106 quarterback rating in the Lions' home games. And see, that's a solid point that very few people are making out there today. And that's one I wanted to put out there. And specifically say that could be an impact in this game. Um, Also, yeah, Merry Christmas Eve to everybody, by the way. Hope it's finding you happy, healthy, and well this year. Um, for some, not so much, but, you know, all we can do is continue to pray and hope that these folks have a better Christmas and that they are surrounded and loved and comforted. Um, Goff has 21 touchdowns at home compared to 2 at away games. Now, will that happen again? Will that trend continue? That's the question. And yes, as David has mentioned, the Patriots did beat them in Week 5, shutting them out. However, that's Week 5. You know, and there was a game following that where they lost as well. But that was Weeks 5 and 6, folks. The Lions' offense has adjusted since then. Tremendously. And I'm going to show you some of the players that they have in this offense, including Penei Sewell, which I'm still angry about, by the way, that they managed to get this guy in the draft. 1 pick before us. I'm telling y'all, this is why it makes a difference. During garbage time, when we do not need to win games, when we are clearly out of the playoff race, that was during that point. And we just had to have our revenge on Ron Rivera, and it cost us Penei Sewell. Well, lo and behold, this dude is a Pro Bowler, and he's not even in his natural position, as I'm about to show you in just a second. Right tackle. Ladies and gentlemen, right tackle. This was supposed to be our draft pick, and they're not even using him at left tackle. Instead, they have Taylor Decker, the only left tackle on their depth chart. But yet Penei Sewell's a right tackle. And somehow, this dude's a Pro Bowler anyway. I called this, ladies and gentlemen. I called this. I told y'all this dude was going to be a Pro Bowler. Hugely disappointing. That's another reason why I'm frustrated today. But let's go back to the chat here. Remember that game last year when we thought Arizona would whoop our butts and we won? That's the feeling I got for this game. Have a weird feeling about this game. Okay. Well, David's calling it a win. Let's see what happens. You know. So for this wide receiver core, you got Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now, I'm very familiar with what this dude is capable of, because he's been throwing fantasy points up on me like crazy. And he's a very dangerous guy. So as long as he is healthy, I mean, he's going to wreak havoc. We need to put J.C. Horn on St. Brown. 6'0", 202 pounds. Southern Cal. 89 receptions, 974 yards. 10.94 average, 6 touchdowns. Yes, folks. This is a very, very dangerous guy. He is a deep ball threat, as you could tell by the longest plays that he has contributed. Plus, he has yards after the catch, too. As evidenced by the Vikings game, the Bills game, the Giants game, the Bears, the Packers, Dolphins game. Definitely the Commanders game with the 49. And the Eagles in week 1. I mean, this is a very dangerous guy. He's averaging over 10 yards a pop every game, consistently, since week 9. I mean, that's enough for us to put J.C. Horn on this dude, man. Clearly. And I'm a little concerned about Chark as well. If here's the thing, I'm gonna check this injury report. Let's see who's on it. No wide receivers. That means Chark is playing, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm gonna tell you, Chark has been a very nasty wide receiver combo along with St. Brown. 6'4", 205. And you're looking at 21 receptions, 324 yards, 15.43 average, 3 touchdowns from him. Now keep in mind, both of these wide receivers got a touchdown during the Vikings game, contributing to their 34-23 win in Week 14, just 2 weeks ago. He is also a very, very dangerous threat downfield. So if you can contain him with some safety help, we may be able to limit what the Lions are capable of doing. With CJ in, I do believe that may be possible. If it's up to Keith, no. Because they're going to target the heck out of Keith. And it's not going to be good. So we're going to need that safety help over the top either way. We cannot let these guys keep getting out of containment, and especially in these nickel and dime packages late in the game when we're tired and we think, oh, we got a lead, you know, or even if we don't get a lead and we start using nickel and dime, you know, Goff will kill us on that. He'll absolutely shred us on that with these two guys alone. We're not even talking about the other wide receivers. Just these two alone. And that's what bothers me, man. Because I think you can take one of the two of these guys out of play, but the other one